quick recap on what is service analytics. What are the key capabilities that we talk about? So, the first thing that we talk about is that we bring data together across all of the silos and we unify it against a logical model. So this helps users focus on the items that are impacting their service that are important to them. We maintain that model dynamically through a series of filters that the user defines to help derive the boundary of the set of things that go into this model. So we heard about RESTmon. So RESTmon brings data in. We heard about connectors bringing data in. All of this data comes into the TAS model, and we use those TAS vertices and attributes to build services and to keep that service model up to date. So that's a really key capability that we have. And then we translate it to, we can allow users to flexibly build their hierarchies, right? However they see fit. And so they can group them by logical groupings that align to their business. So they may have a business where they deliver a service and they have layers of like payment or checking or things like that. Or they may have their service may be IT directly. So they may build them as clusters, as Linux hosts, as network, as system, as these different items. And so they lay them out to best match their needs. And then they can line that up to see how that service maps to their business process. And so it's really important that we allow for that, flexibility to build however they see fit. And we have examples with customers where they have thousands of services in these deep hierarchical models, that's so they can understand impacts and granularities at the level that matches to the teams that they're working with. That's so we're delivering the right service impact and the right health impacts to the right groups at the right times. And then finally, because we have this topology, we have this unified topology that we bring together these different data elements. We maintain these disconnected data elements and we bring them together in a unified topology, allowing users to understand very quickly that an outage or an issue or an alarm on a vertice is impacting a higher level dependent item. And so with these things, this is what service analytics is. This is some of the key capabilities that are there. And so what we do with this perspective, that we deliver an ability for users to build their service models, align it to their IT process or to their business process, and to then get insights out of it. In this latest set of updates, we have brought together a unified flow where we can bring in additional insights into the service model. So if I'm looking at a service, I have questions that I want answered about how is the capacity, for my service, right? For the resources within it. Is there an issue that I can predict on those resources, and so I can alert the user for this key service that they're looking at, that there's a problem that they might be looking into. And then furthermore, can we connect into the rest of OI and provide a connected experience across them? And we'll do a quick demo on this. The other two features, we'll have our key speakers come in a few minutes after I do the demo, and they'll talk about, Swati will talk about CRUD and API changes. And so this is where we're moving towards a documented set of APIs that users can use to perform service management functions. And the reason why this is amazing is that we see that customers worldwide are driving towards API-driven models. And so they want to automate their service creations and the service management through a set of APIs. And doing this makes the service management move at the speed of IT and business. And it also means that we can create, through these, fundamentally in the end, a unified service model that can be aligned between the services, in different sources, and bring them in programmatically into OI. And then finally, customizable compaction rules. As you heard me mention, one of the key capabilities in service analytics is this unified topology. And one of the ways that we get this unified topology is through finding correlations between different vertices that are coming in from the different third-party sources and data connectors. And so we can bring these together, identify similar vertexes, see that these two things are the same, and then compact them. Well, what we've added in this latest set of updates is the ability to allow the user to customize the attributes that are used for compaction, for identifying that these two vertices are the same and that they should be compacted. And we'll go into a lot more detail on that. So at this point, I'm going to jump straight into a demo. So I'm interested in, let's say I'm a service owner, and I'm interested in tracking the health of my service and the potential issues that I might be running into in the future. So I've built a customized view here for my service detail page for my backend banking service, and I can see the health of my application. And we have an additional widget that you can add to your page that's available where you can turn it on and you can see capacity issues. If you've configured capacity analytics for a set of metrics that are related to the service, they will automatically show up inside of this service here in the capacity analytics, in the capacity issues page. If there's no issues, what we'll see is it'll have a little box that says no issues. And so what we can see here is that there's an average wait time issue on the capacity related to it. So we're projecting a problem, and then we can see a response time issue. You can then drill down into capacity analytics further and see more details. The other flow that we're talking about here that we have in this context is when I look at my service, I may ask what are the things within it. We serve a whole set of users that focus on hosts and infrastructure, and they're very interested in the sets of things that go within it. And so I've organized my service to say, well, how is the health of my service? Are there any issues that I should be worried about? What's my alarms? What's my risk? And then what is the inventory that goes to support this? And through this, I get a really good visibility as the elements that make up my service, its current status, right, on those elements. And then I have a series of launch points available through monitored inventory to get down to those details. So again, this is a topic you'll see us continuing moving down on the consolidated experience and bringing together the different sets of analytics components into services here so we can answer service specific questions.